Welcome to the Philippines, where vibrant culture meets incredible food. Here, even just $5 can take you from breakfast to dinner. Whether you're a traveler on a budget or just curious, you'll find that flavor and hospitality don't have to cost a fortune.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel.
Ako si Chris.
Ako si Laura.
And this is Tara with Chris and Laura.
So today we are doing a $5 budget challenge.
Yep.
Each Chris and I have to spend 277 pesos, which is equivalent to $5 US.
Let's do
And
it.
the challenge is we cannot exceed exactly $5.
The cool thing with this challenge is that it will allow anyone with a budget, whether you're a student or just someone that wants to save money, we'll show you some meals that are quick and easy, and let's get into it.
Do you have a tactic on how you're going to go about this challenge?
Absolutely. My tactic will be choose meals or foods that are very accessible and foods that I'm familiar with so that anybody will be able to, replicate basically the meals that I'm choosing. What is your tactic gonna be, babe?
I'm gonna try to eat a light breakfast as I normally do, and then try to spend at least 100 pesos for lunch and dinner.
All right. No need to keep you waiting. Let's get right into it. So, for those of you that do not know, tortang talong is a native Filipino dish which is made up of eggplant and egg. So, relatively speaking, it is a simple dish to make. It is a very popular breakfast dish here in the Philippines. It is very healthy. It is a balanced meal. So, this is why I recommend tortang talong at a carinderia, or if you can make it at home, that's even better. So, that will be my first meal of the day. All right, guys, this tortang talong is 45 pesos. So we will show the USD equivalent. And we also have some rice, which is 15 pesos. So overall, this breakfast is looking at 60 Philippine pesos. So we'll continue on with the video. All done. Let's move it to Laura and see what she's having for her breakfast. Thank you. Ingat po. God bless. Thank you.
I was going for 2 hard-boiled eggs, which is 18 pesos each. That would have been 36 pesos, but it looks like they ran out of eggs today.
Uh-oh. All right, so for a plan B option, let's check out this lugaw spot.
Oh, they have boiled egg. 15 pesos, which is cheaper than the ones at 7-Eleven. Thank you so much.
Yeah, extra yung boy.
Enjoy. Realistically, I typically eat hard-boiled eggs, and we want to make this as realistic as possible.
Right.
In my typical routine, what would I eat? I'm
Absolutely.
trying to eat 2 today to get my protein in, because I did have a workout this morning.
Rice is always here in the meals. Yeah.
Alright guys, so each egg was about 15 pesos and I got 2. So in total, lahat, I spent 30 pesos. Alright guys, it's currently lunchtime and I'm feeling Korean. So we're here at a Korean store. Let's check out what they have. And also stay tuned for the end as we will be tallying up how much we've spent throughout the day. So stay tuned to see if we passed or failed the challenge. Alright, let's go in. There are a lot of options here, but the goal for me right now is to spend 100 pesos or under. Let's see what they have. They have some spicy pork meals, just a few options with meat and rice meals that you can get. Ooh, this is 65 pesos, which is tteokbokki, which is spicy rice cake. Let's see what they have here. It says 25 pesos per stick, and it looks like they're fish sticks. Ooh. I think this might be the winner. There's some kimbap here for exactly 100 pesos. Alright guys, I have my kimbap and I'm ready to devour it. The great thing that I love about the Philippines is they have such a myriad of different cultures of food here. And if you're craving, Korean, Chinese, Filipino, Japanese, you can get it at your own convenience. Cheers! Again, this meal costed me 100 pesos, and for such a low price, you get such great quality of fresh kimbap. Look at that. Let's pass it on to Chris to see what he decides to get for lunch.
Alright guys, now it's time for me to choose where I'm gonna have lunch. Alright guys, so the goal for me is to spend under 100 pesos. Let's see if I can get it done. Alright guys, so I have decided that I will have baliwag for lunch because baliwag has some pretty good budget meal options, and let's take a look inside of what they got. Alright guys, time to try my lunch. I got beef caldereta and rice. Overall, I spent 88 pesos, which is really good considering the amount of food you get and just the quality and how homemade this food really is. For the amount of beef you're actually getting with this meal, I highly recommend it because 88 pesos, you get a full stew, a lot of beef, a lot of ulam, and rice. And it's extremely delicious as well.
Alright guys, we're hungry and ready for dinner. Let's go on to our next food destination. Of course, we have to go to the one and only Kuya Mel's. Let's go!
Hey guys, I got the beef Salisbury steak, and Laura,
I got a pork sausage for about 119 pesos.
both of our dishes were 119 pesos. As you guys can see, Kuya Mel's is pretty busy. Today is a Tuesday night, so usually this place gets really packed, especially on Fridays or the weekends. If you guys are looking for an affordable option, especially if you're ever in the Taft area, Kuya Mel's is a solid spot, and a lot of people recommend this place, so I highly recommend that you check it out. It is a well-known establishment here to students at De La Salle University or even De La Salle St. Benil. Here at Kuya Mel's, they also offer free soup that comes with your meal. And my beef Salisbury steak has just arrived. So a lot of Filipinos call this burger steak. It's very familiar to a Hawaiian loco moco, if you know that dish. So it's one of my favorite options just because you can't really go wrong with it. And for 119 pesos, this one is served on a sizzling plate as well, so you know your food is piping hot as it comes off the grill.
guys, my sisig has arrived, and I have to say it looks pretty amazing. For just 119 pesos, you get this plate of amazing pork sisig. It's sizzling, flavorful, and honestly, very filling. It hits all the right spots, especially when you're craving something that feels like a home-cooked meal. For such a low price, it's wild to think how satisfying and complete this meal is.
Alright guys, if you got it to this far in the video, we just want to thank you for watching this type of content. We'll be putting more videos such as this one. Alright Laura, tell us the results.
As promised, we're going to tally up the amount we spent throughout the day, from breakfast to dinner.
So here are the results of the challenge. Take it away, babe.
Alright, so I spent a total of 249 pesos, and if I were to check how much it equates to in US dollars, that is almost $5, $4.44.
Now Laura definitely destroyed this challenge. She went all in, she had a game plan going in, and she knew exactly what foods to choose to make it under $5. As for me, my total was, drum roll please, 267 pesos. Now, to add that all up, that is equivalent to $4.78. So I would say I made it right under that $5 mark. I'm super happy with the results.
High five.
High five, babe. Nice job. Overall, I really enjoyed this challenge. I'm looking forward to other challenges similar to this one. At the end of the day, all that matters is that I ate some really good food and for really good prices. And I think that's pretty good on my end. How about you, babe?
For me, I also really enjoyed this challenge. It's going to definitely be the first of many challenges we'll do in the future. This challenge in particular allowed me to be intentional with what I spent here in the Philippines. As you know, the foods here are very cheap and it's easy to just keep spending, but this challenge allowed me to be intentional with the amount I spend on a daily basis, and I'm definitely going to be incorporating this habit in the future.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like a great experience on both of our ends, and we really enjoyed making this video. So if you guys like this type of content, like we said, please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you can. And if you haven't already, hit the bell icon to be notified on our upcoming videos. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next video.